Bangkok.
So a huge outpouring there of grief. Dr. Lee Jones from Queen Mary University of London joins us now to tell us a bit more about that, I suppose. Why is his death so significant in Thailand? The passing of any king, any leader, is always a significant event, but the mourning and the outpouring has been immense.
Well, the military built up a personality cult around the dead king, who's on the throne for about 70 years. So he's been a kind of force of stability and continuity in a country that has been racked by political strife with about 18 different military coups during his reign. So he's seen as the kind of force, projected as the force that holds the country together, and as a figurehead that has often helped the poor. So huge amount of resources went into building up this cult around him. So many people are genuinely deeply upset by his passing.
How are their lives affected by royalty? Does it work for the military to have royalty as centre stage?
It works very well for the military. I mean, lots of people tend to think that the Thai king is a very powerful individual. The reality is he's a figurehead who is manipulated by more powerful forces in Thailand, the most powerful being the military. And they've often wheeled out the king to sanctify military coups, for example. And this is why it is problematic that the king has died and his son has succeeded to the throne, because his son is not quite as popular, shall we say, as King Bhumibol was, and it's going to be more difficult for them to use the monarchy to legitimise their machinations.
Yeah, and if he is unpopular, people in Thailand would be very brave to speak out about that and their feelings, wouldn't they?
Well, of course, there's a draconian lèse-majesté law, which you can be imprisoned for 35 years for questioning the monarchy. I mean, there was a historian who's now on trial for lèse-majesté for questioning the existence of a 16th century elephant battle, for example, that was supposedly involved the king. So there are many draconian measures to make sure that people don't really even discuss the monarchy critically. But the reality is, because of the politicisation of the monarchy and the divisions in Thailand over the last 12 years or so, there is actually a growing Republican movement in Thailand, though it dare not speak its name.
What is likely to change, if anything, under the new king, under the new regime?
Probably not very much, to be honest. The new king, Vajiralongkorn, spends most of his time in Germany, overseas, and doesn't seem to have very much interest in playing any real role in governance as long as he's left alone. So the military is still ruling the country, and they will seek to manipulate democratic politics when it's restored sometime next year, using very rigid constitutional amendments, and that will play more of a role in regulating politics in Thailand than direct intervention by the monarchy in future, I think.
Dr. Lee Jones, thanks for coming in and speaking to us here on Global. Much more on the funeral of the Thai king on the BBC News website. Also to come